friends, welcome back to the Enchanted Stay, where fantasy thrillers and stray kids exist in chaotic harmony. Today we're diving into another book from the ARKANE series by J.F. Penn, Tree of Life, which is book 11 in the series. If you love Dan Brown-style thrillers, religious mysteries, and fast-paced adventures with a supernatural edge, this series is definitely one to check out. So grab your sword and light stick and let's get into it. Tree of Life follows Morgan Sierra and Jake Timber as they chase one of the most legendary and dangerous artifacts in history, the Tree of Life. An object believed to grant eternal life. Of course, they're not the only ones looking for it. As always, this turns into a high-stakes race against powerful forces who want to use it for their own gain. And along the way, Morgan and Jake uncover secrets that challenge everything they think they know about life, death, and what should remain hidden. At the center of the story, we have Morgan Sierra, an Oxford psychologist with a background in religion and an arcane agent. She's intelligent, resilient, and carries a lot of personal loss with her. Then there's Jake Timber, her partner, ex-military, and someone who has also experienced deep loss. And in this book, we actually get more insight into Jake's past, which I really appreciated. It adds more depth to his character and gives context to some of his decisions and personality. We also have Martin Klein, Arkane's archivist, who usually stays behind the scenes but takes on a more active role here, which was such a fun change. And then there's Aurelia dos Santos Fidalgo, a Brazilian heiress who's searching for the Garden of Eden as a way to restore nature and undo the damage caused by her family's mining empire. She's paired with Frigg Versfeld, her bodyguard, who also has a history with Jake, which adds some tension and layers to the story. Overall, the cast is strong, and the secondary characters feel purposeful and well integrated into the plot. Worldbuilding. Since this is a modern-day thriller, the worldbuilding isn't about creating new worlds. It's about making our world feel rich, layered, and alive. And this is something J.F. Penn does really well. The locations are vivid, immersive, and grounded in real history. There's a lot of detail when it comes to religious artifacts, mythology, and historical context, which makes the story feel believable even when it leans into the supernatural. It's one of those books where you feel like, wait, could this actually exist? Tropes and Archetypes. This book leans heavily into religious artifacts, ancient secrets, secret societies, high-stakes global conspiracy, the Garden of Eden and Tree of Life mythology, revenge and moral conflict, and larger-than-life threats. If you love stories where history, religion, and danger collide, this hits all the right notes. What I liked and didn't. First of all, what I liked. The pacing. This book is fast-paced, engaging, and honestly, I devoured it in a few hours. There are moments where it slows down for historical context, but personally, I enjoyed that. It adds depth and makes the stakes feel more real. I also really appreciated that this book leaned more into showing rather than telling compared to some earlier installments. The suspense was great. It kept me hooked the entire time. And Jake's character, his wit, his backstory, and getting more insight into his past, that was definitely a highlight for me. The secondary characters were also compelling, especially with how they tied into the central conflict. What I didn't like as much, the main thing that didn't fully work for me was Aurelia. She started off as a really strong, interesting character with clear motivations and a compelling goal. But in the final third of the book, her behavior shifted in a way that didn't feel consistent. It almost felt like she became a different character, and for me, that transition wasn't fully convincing. It didn't ruin the story, but it did pull me out of it a little bit. Overall, I gave Tree of Life 4 out of 5 stars. If you're a fan of Dan Brown style thrillers, religious and historical mysteries, fast-paced, high-stakes adventures, or indie books with strong storytelling, you'll probably really enjoy the series. Would I read it again? Yes, and I'm already continuing with the series. The cover itself is solid. It fits the genre, but it's not the most eye-catching. But honestly, the story is where this book shines. If you've read Tree of Life, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy thrillers like this, I have more Arcane reviews coming. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay chaotic, stay magical, stay.